Samech to all of the extended HaTorah family. Today I want to speak about Chinuch and about Chanuka. What is true Chinuch and what is Chanuka truly about? So Chinuch, we know a little hint about Chinuch is in the parsha which speaks about lighting the candles. There in Parsha Balotcha it says, "V'deber Hashem el Moshe limor deber el Aaron v'amart elav balotcha tanerot el mul pnei menorah ya'iru Yeshivat tanerot." When you light the candles, but it doesn't say when you light the candles. It says when you bring the candles up, behalotcha, when you lift up the candles. Rashi says, famously, why is it behalotcha? Rashi says, al shem shehalahav olah katuv balotcha lashon aliyah, because the light, the flame is going up. Shetzarich ladlik ad sheteh shel hevet olah me'aleh. That you have to light the candle to the point where the flame is going to go up by itself without any external force afterwards. And that's really what Chinuch is. Chinuch, Torah is compared to light. Chinuch is the light that you give Chinuch to a person to the point where he can be independent. When the flame can rise up by itself, that is true Chinuch. Just teaching and being frontal in front of a class and teaching and spoon feeding a person, that's not Chinuch. Chinuch is giving a person enough knowledge and ability that he can light his own flame, that he can ad shehashal hevet olam me'aleh. So that's number one. What is Chanuka about? So Chanuka really is about discovering and uncovering the potential in the Beis HaMikdash itself. That Chinuch is when we discover our own potential. Chanuka is when the Beis HaMikdash's potential was discovered. And I'll explain. So there's a famous Rashi that quotes the Medrash and the end of Parshat Chayei Sarah, and there we see that Rivka enters the tent where Yitzchak was, and the pasuk there calls it the Ha'ohela Sarah Imo, that it is the tent of Sarah, his mother, which is a little bit strange. So the pasuk there, Rashi points out that Rivka enters, and behold, it was his mother Sarah. Not that Rivka was Sarah, but all along when Sarah was alive, there were three miracles that happened in the tent of Sarah. And when Sarah died, those miracles ceased. When Rivka came, those miracles returned. What were those miracles? There were three miracles. One was a bracha shabeisa. There was a bracha in the dough, that there was always enough food for everybody. One was an anan kashur la'ohel, that there was a cloud that was connected to the tent. And one, the most famous perhaps, was there was a ner daluk mi'erev Shabbat to erev Shabbat. That there was a light, a candle that was lit from erev Shabbos to erev Shabbos. She would light the candle erev Shabbos, it would be lit still the following erev Shabbat. And the question is, what does that mean? What does it mean? That means she had enough oil perhaps to light one day. And she lit it on erev Shabbos. And it went all the way to the following erev Shabbos. That is what? That is 8 days. Erev Shabbos to Erev Shabbos is 8 days. So really, the miracle of Chanuka, that was didn't just happen in the time of the Maccabim, of the Chashmonim. It happened already in the time of Sarah and Rivka. And what were those three miracles that happened in the tent? Those three miracles were really just a remez that Chazal were giving us about the Shechina that rested in the Ohel. And that Ohel we see again in the Ohel of the Mishkan. The three miracles. The ner daluk me'erev Shabbat, that's the menorah. The anan kashur la'ohel, that's the anan aktoret. And the bracha shabeisa, well, that was lechem apanim, who also had bracha shabeisa in the entire time of the Mishkan and then in the Beis HaMikdash. So these miracles were what brought the Shechina into the Beit HaMikdash. So when the Maccabim came to the Beit HaMikdash, they rededicated it. And they wanted to know, is this the Beis HaMikdash or is it not? Did it really become, once again, the Beit HaMikdash that it always was, or did it not? So they lit a candle and they said, let's see, if this candle, if this miracle, which always used to appear in the Mishkan and the Beit HaMikdash, if this one candle will light 8 days, then we'll know that the Mikdash has become the Mikdash once again. It has truly become itself once again. And they lit the candle, and they didn't know what would happen. But after 8 days, they realized that the ner daluk me'erev Shabbat returned. That the ner hamaravi that was always lit, that the nes, that the menorah was always lit in the Beit HaMikdash had returned, and then they knew that it came back to itself. So really, Chinuch, we're celebrating true Chinuch, is when a person, ad shehashal hevet olam me'aleh, when a person becomes a person who can be a ma'ayan, a fountain of Torah, that he's able to grow in himself in Torah. And the Beis HaMikdash, the true Chanukah, is the true Beis HaMikdash that they discovered, that the Beis HaMikdash should become the Beis HaMikdash once again. Chanukah Sameach.